another update video. Today's from October 19th to 31st. So hopping right into it. Monday the 19th, it was rainy. Regular day of classes. I filmed another video, the one before this. Worked on my blog post. And figured out what my schedule would be for December traveling and how it would be the cheapest and where to stay and stuff like that. Tuesday the 20th, I told Padre about Rome and London. Yep. On the way home from school that day, I passed the Mestalla, which is the soccer stadium in Valencia, and there was a game and it was like cheering and like the whole atmosphere. I was just like riding by it on my bike. I was like, I need to go to a soccer game before I leave here. So, and then Wednesday, 21st, I actually took a siesta because I was exhausted. Wrote my essay for Wiseman, cranked that out in 10 minutes. I didn't feel well that night in class, but yeah, got over that. Then I came home, ate dinner, went to a jam session at a cafe with Megan. Actually, it was a bar. And then we went to Berkeley with Chris, set in on his recording session, so that was rad. And Thursday the 22nd, I had extra time before GBU, so I just went to the center and walked around, explored some stuff, some shops that I'd seen that I wanted to go into. And I put up announcements for English classes, private English tutoring classes type thing, yeah. And I also put an announcement on our website too. So yeah. Friday the 23rd, I went for a run, read my book for lit, ate lunch, went to life group, and that night life group was at Eric and Hernan's house, so rad. Then Megan and I went to Radio City, which is a bar, I guess. And there's a jam session, open mic thing. And then we went to one of Chris's friends' apartments and chilled there for a while. Like, there was a rooftop you could go up to, so that was cool. Saturday the 24th, I slept in, ate lunch, and I gave blood, and that went well. I didn't pass out, and I filled out the form in Valencian. It was good. Wrote my grammar essay, and Megan came over to my house for a bit, because there were a lot of people at her house. So then Sunday the 25th, I went to the Anglican church, took a nap, watched some Cedarville Chapel, went to River Valley at night. Yeah. Then I was contemplating like the reason for church, what I should be getting from it, like what it should be giving me, and like, yeah, talk more about that later. That night I don't know why, but I was watching swing dancing videos and I miss swing dancing so much. Monday the 26th, found out that my grammar teacher that lived in the US for a while was in a band that went on a tour, and totally atypical of what you would have thought this guy has done with his life, but it was rad, and he was telling us like a bunch of different bands we should look up, so it was cool. And I was trying to organize my classes for next semester, and it was like I'd written down what classes I needed to take the whole time I was here. Like, I had to sign up for them before I got here with my advisor from Cedarville, but I looked at it to just make sure they were right, and it wasn't matching up, and I was really confused and frustrated and like, why isn't this working? And found out that the requirements for my major changed, so I didn't need some of the classes that I said I had needed, and also the Cedarville name for the course versus the name of the course here is different, and we didn't like transfer them over to the name for here, and yeah, so I got that all figured out, thankfully. Then that night I watched The Voice Kids, and that was rad. In Spanish, obviously. And I read my book for lit. Tuesday the 27th, it was a regular day of classes, and there's a little like library in the basement of my school, so I went down there and looked for books to like help me get ideas for teaching English classes, because I don't really know how to teach English. And I took a siesta and finished reading the book for lit because it was due the next day. Wednesday the 28th was normal day. Also took a siesta. I went to a night Bible study for the Anglican church, and that was good. It was like really deep into the Bible and like analytical and like good discussion. Really good, really good. And I also got a letter from Mrs. Thompson. She wrote out on the typewriter. It's so cute. So that day I like wrote her back. I haven't sent it yet, but I like wrote her immediately because I'm like, she took the time and effort to type that out, send it all the way here. So wrote her back. Thursday the 29th, I had class. I went to GBU and Megan went with me, and that was good. Then we went to Pon Pon because we had some time before class, and Alyssa, Dessa, and Eric were there, so we chilled with them for a bit. And it was regular other than that. I've been dreaming a lot lately, like, and remembering them. I usually don't remember them. Fun fact. Anyways, Friday the 30th, I had class, regular day of classes. Then at night, I had English class, like, to teach kids. So I taught, it's a family of 3, so we had, like, it was 1 hour, just, you know, do a fun, like, Halloween activity. Like, we did Halloween number bingo, trick-or-treating bingo, and colored a trick-or-treating coloring sheet and just talked about it because conversation is good. Did some homework, then I went out with some friends that night. Saturday the 31st, I slept in, ate lunch, prepped for another English class I was going to teach that night. Went and taught the English class to it was one 7-year-old girl, which it'll be fun. It's gonna be super fun with songs and games, and yeah. Then I went to help make macaroni for a thing for church. We were making macaroni and passing it out to homeless people, not homeless, like people on the streets. Halloween's usually like a dark night, and so by giving food to these people on Halloween, we're being like a light on the dark night and also a light for Jesus. So about the like re-examining church thing, I was like re-examining the reason for church. Like, is it for fellowship of believers? Is it so you can like outreach, evangelism? Is it to like get personally recharged spiritually? Like, so I was thinking about all of that, and I guess I came to the conclusion that I was looking for church to spiritually recharge me, which it can partially, but I can't depend on it for that purpose. And also, like, if I'm expecting to get something from it, I should also be pouring into that same area, I guess. So, in like relationships, I want to talk to people, not small talk, like just have deep relationships. But if I'm not willing to initiate that, then it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I need to read something now. Los problemas que más preocupan a los españoles son similares a los de sus socios comunitarios, así como otros específicos como las diversos del desarrollo del Estado autonómico y del auge de los nacionalismos y los regionalismos. So that's the video, I guess. Adios.